How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the next video in which we're going to be tackling a challenge that is slightly different and outside of general control systems. In a number of videos before, I have showcased some of the training kits that I have been putting together to service some of the clients that I'm working with. The problem that I have run into is when you're ordering some of the computers that are required to be inside of those kits, you will end up with computers that do not have a network card. And my vision has always been that you can connect either via a physical cable, as you see here, or you can connect via an antenna, which is going to be on the Wi-Fi side. What you will notice here on this Lenovo Mini is that there is the physical Ethernet port, but there is no antenna, unlike many of the other computers that I have previously purchased. And it, of course, is a price difference for what you're getting, but sometimes you do get really good deals that you can purchase and then modify the hardware. In this instance, I have purchased a kit on AliExpress which contains an antenna as well as the Wi-Fi chip that we can put on that board, and I believe that this is still within the scope of industrial automation. Sometimes you will have to get hands-on with the hardware, so we're going to be installing that chip. We are going to be connecting the antenna. I haven't found that many guides and videos on this topic, so I thought, why not make one and make somebody's lives easier that is trying to deploy something like this in the field. And just as a reminder, these computers in my specific use case will be running Rockwell Automation Studio 5000, RSLogix 5000, RSLogix 500, TIA Portal, Ignition, Node-RED, so it is very much relevant to the industrial automation space. Without any further delay, let's get started. Before we start making hardware modifications, I just wanted to double check that we do have everything in place as expected. As you can see, I am remote desktoping into the Lenovo machine. And so here we can first and foremost see that we only have a wired connection. I have just initialized the fresh version of Windows. We can also go inside of our control panel and double check that we only have a single adapter. So if I navigate into Network and Sharing Center, I go into Change Adapter Settings, you will notice that I only have a single adapter. Of course, right now it's on DHCP, but the current IP address given to it is 192.168.0.194. which basically means that we can start installing the Wi-Fi adapter, and if everything goes well, we should be able to connect to a wireless network via the menu on the control panel as well as the bottom right corner, just as you would on a laptop computer. All right, so we are going to need a couple of tools. I have shown you the parts that I have received from AliExpress before. It's an antenna, it is a cable. We will need the adapter that connects the internal board to the antenna, and we also have the board, which is the actual Wi-Fi module that will go on the motherboard. And so this is an example of the PC that I've shown you before. This is what the final result should look like. As you can see here, you've got the Ethernet port, and right above it, you have your antenna. This is a different model. This is a Dell OptiPlex 3050. That being said, they are very similar to the Lenovos. I'm going to place that on the side, and we're going to look at what we are actually working with. And you will see that we do have the same Ethernet port, but we do have an opening for the antenna with the appropriate symbol. All we need to do to open one of these up is place our screwdriver right here. We're going to unscrew this bolt. I'm going to put the screw to the side, and we should be able to just slide it open. Sometimes it gets a little bit stuck, but with just a little bit of force, as you can see, it opens up from the panel. You will notice that the front panel stays with it. That's why it's a little bit difficult to slide it out. And we will notice the motherboard right underneath. It is a fairly compact construction. We will need to land the module in just a moment on the motherboard, but we have everything that we need to get started. So we are going to grab the module, which is going to be in a second bag here. Going to make sure not to lose the screws, but place them on the side. Like so. And we are going to install it right underneath here. It's going to be a little bit difficult to see, but you will notice that it lands perfectly into the connector. I'm just going to push it very gently because we will need to install the screw that's going to hold that in place. And so I'm going to take this screw right here. And we're going to secure the module like so. So that's the wireless module. Now what we need to do is to connect the antenna. There's going to be 2 markings on it. And so I need to be very careful because the connector, of course, is relatively small. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but basically I wish I had needle nose pliers right about now, but I am going to attempt and land this on pin number 1 like so, and hopefully it just sort of snaps in. All right, and seemingly a lot more effort than I thought it would take. On the other side, we're going to put up the clip for the antenna, so I'm just going to unscrew the nut and then secure it on the outside so that we can mount the antenna appropriately. I'm imagining that the other part, which can be attached to the other output port on that same card, is going to be some kind of an external antenna for when there is no wireless signal that's coming from the backwards mounted antenna. So I am going to install this as well. And so that's going to land, I don't know how well you can see, once again on that other terminal. I'm going to press that down with the screwdriver. All right, just like so. And we do need to find a space to mount it. I'm thinking that it's probably only going to reach the fan. There's not a whole lot of space for it. So I'm just going to stick it somewhere here on the ventilation side. So I think that looks good. I don't think we even need to glue it in. I don't imagine that it's going to move around that much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this wire a little bit in so I can position it right on top of the terminal, and we'll secure that in just a moment. So we will just be extra careful. I'm going to slide this in as we had before. And I think that's perfectly fine, at least for the time being. If we need to install the hard drive, there's plenty of space. We have the antenna in the back. We can attach the other antenna to the port, and we should be able to replug in all the cables, of course. I'm just going to secure that a little bit better. Replug in all the cables and test in case we need to download and install any drivers. I can imagine that that might be a step that we need to handle. We are back at the battle station, so to speak. And what I have immediately noticed, I've already clicked because I was curious, is that we can already connect to the wireless networks, and that indicates that everything went as expected. I thought that we would need to install drivers to work with the module, but I do want to double check if everything's correct in the network and sharing center. As expected, it's already on the Wi-Fi. And so we can, of course, again, I'm connected to the same exact network, so I'm not sure if it will work. I can connect to a different device, and of course, I would need the password on that side. That being said, everything looks like it worked as expected with the module. I can now configure it to the architecture that I have described in the previous videos. That's pretty much all I have for you today. If you have any questions about these modules, the training kits, the installations, or the architecture, I have made a couple of videos explaining why I'm using these specific mini PCs. That being said, don't hesitate to reach out, don't hesitate to leave a comment, and I will see you next time.